Right, so as you guys can see, we are in a completely new location and we've made a little bit of progress on this project. There's a lot of work to get here, but not much has changed. I've got the wagon on jack stands and some of the wheels are off. I've got the Tesla battery pack underneath the car, approximately where it will live. And I've got the front drive unit here, and I'll take you guys out back. And we've got a whole trunk full of stuff. This is all ancillary stuff to make the whole system work. Like we've got brake booster there, charger, the charger door thingy is there, a heater, the radiator, all sorts of stuff, all the cabling for the high voltage systems, etc., etc. And last but not least, we have the rear drive unit suspension assembly here, which is outside for now because it's kind of a mess in here and there's not a lot of room. I need to spend a little bit of time organizing the shop and organizing my thoughts, but I think the next major step's going to be to pull the engine, transmission, gas tank, exhaust, rear diff, and so on out of this car, get those pieces out of here, either sell them or scrap them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially started. This EV conversion is underway. Right here, we're draining the fuel tank. Tried to park this thing with as little fuel in it as possible, but I wasn't exactly sure when the last drive would be, so I think it's got under a quarter tank, I think. It's probably, I don't know, a few gallons in there. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I parked it like a couple weeks ago. So there's a little bit of dirt and stuff in the bottom of the tank, but overall not too bad, I think, for the age of this thing. This is a 1994. While the fuel tank was draining, I went ahead and I removed these custom shocks from the rear. This is not at all how these things are supposed to be. This car originally, because it's a wagon, had a hydraulic system, which apparently is prone to failure. I think they typically leak. So a lot of people swap those out. And at some point in this car's life, when we picked it up, it had air lines to the rear shocks, but they were no longer connected and the lines were broken in a bunch of places. So probably several years ago, this car had gas adjustable rear shocks. Now these are KYB gas adjust, but these don't actually have a receptacle for a gas line, like an airline, to go to. So these are just sealed jobs. So this thing has had at least 3 different rear suspensions in it, and these shocks are completely blown out. So this thing's got some miles on it, some hard miles, I would say. I can just flatten this thing. So those are going in the garbage, and we're gonna have to do something with the rear suspension at some point in here. But that was step 1. I also disengaged the parking brake on the rear drive assembly. I was watching a Boosted Boys video and they unlocked the rear parking brake on their Model X Plaid that they got to move it around easier. And this was a pretty good idea. All you have to do is supply 12 volts in the correct polarization to those 2 pins, and the parking brake motor will spin one way, and if you got it backwards, you just flip it and spin it the other way. And then same over here. I'm just gonna plug this back in. And so now that should roll. I think it's still locked up because it's been sitting for a while. So I think that the pads are just stuck to the rotor, but if I put a little bit of force to it, it should go. This is such a familiar sight. You leaning over that exact fender. I'm pretty sure that was in another video that I'll probably forget to edit or be too lazy to edit it in here, but it was the same scene.
Hold on, you're telling me there's multiple clips of somebody leaning over the fender of a 90s Mercedes product?
No, but it's literally you over that fender, except in the background, it was like really nice mountain view in California.
It's your boy, Estupido. Fan clutch is still good. Whoa! Think everything's disconnected, really, other than the big stuff. Mounts and exhaust. Hola, chicos. We have disconnected all subsystems in this vehicle now, including air conditioning, power steering, alternator, cooling system, fuel system, electrical nonsense. What we have left is exhaust, motor mounts, transmission mount, and we're just going to cut the starter wiring because we don't need that. And I think that's it, right?
We'll just cut the drive shaft.
Oh yeah, the drive. Yeah, I mean, we could cut the drive shaft. We also don't need that.
Wait till you see how beefy those bolts are that hold it on.
Oh, I've seen some pretty beefy bolts. Just literal beef bolts. All right, let's pull the rest of the stuff by now. It's gonna be great when you're like, I lost that file. I lost the beef bolt file. Because today was the first day ever where we've been recording and things actually recorded. That will not. Listen, you can count on me for at least one stupid thing per video. I don't know how that is. We have a light of some sort. Good thing we don't need it.
What is it? I might be able to know. Already.
Electrical. There's some sort of electrical connector on the transmission, and then the shifter itself.
Wait till you scope out the shifter bushing that's not there.
You don't need it. I mean, I'm shocked to hear that based on the way it went into gear. How are there so many things?
Do you need me to do stuff?
It might. This might be your department. It's looking like electrical. Okay, I'm gonna do the exhaust. I have decided I'm in the exhaust department now. Okay, exhaust time. How did you just know what size the exhaust was, or did you guess?
I've already done it.
Oh, you put it on tighter than the last guy, huh?
Maybe.
You said this came off easy the last time?
Well, like New England easy.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. The best part about this is I'm working with tools that aren't mine, so I'm also learning tools that don't belong to me on top of a car I know nothing about.
Yeah.
My favorite part about Teslas is how easy they are to take apart because everything's torqued down to good enough.
It's torqued on a Friday.
Yeah. So normally Rob and I would not work this hard in one day because of how we are as humans. But we live in Florida, and this is, what is it right now, would you say? It's like in the low 90s?
Probably.
And only moderately humid?
Yeah, only like 90%, like in the low 90s.
So this is as good as it's going to get until about October, so, you know, you people want videos, so here we are.
Yeah, maybe you should
just dying.
So that we can afford to air condition this garage.
Yeah, get to subscribing. Get everybody subscribing, really. I'm just taking off the U-bolt.
That might work.
It might not.
The parts in this car are like, we are never, ever, ever going back together.
Have you ever in your life seen a Y clamp?
A what?
M clamp.
An M clamp?
It's currently an M clamp. Hold on. Y clamp. W? W clamp.
Wow. This kid knows his alphabet.
I'm gonna need some more Gria, apparently. I forgot the alphabet. Ladies and gentlemen, don't skip leg day. Except when you skip it, because it's terrible. Well, I mean, biceps are really the legs of the arms.
That's correct.
If you think about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think I will need a wrench. A ranch? I'm gonna need a ranch.
a ranch dressing.
I'm gonna need a hidden valley over here. You let two idiots work on a car together that have never even seen that car in person.
It'll be fun, they said.
I mean, there's no way we would have probably been able to do this in California. Yeah, no, he definitely. Do you think he would have had metric Allen keys?
I think we did.
Well, when I show you how easy this was to take off, you're just gonna be like, oh my fucking god.
What if you just don't show me, though?
I think the problem is you just couldn't, like, you can't see anything when it's all together, so you wouldn't know necessarily.
Nice.
I figured I would pull that out just because it's gonna get caught on everything on the way out.
I feel like I should have a Gria for this part. Alright, let me just reload real quick.
Don't worry, I'm rebuilding the engine real quick. Yeah. You wanted to push that too, really do both.
Yeah. Do we have clearance for that?
Probably not this best way, but it's the way we're gonna do it. Who designed this valve cover?
Hans.
It's a literal Hans device.
Pump up the jam.
I've never actually used one of these.
Well, it shows because you have the handle on backwards.
Come on, Hobo Freight.
Come on, the hobo.
You can ride it.
It's gonna stay like that because
Yeah.
that thing's against that thing.
Yeah.
Dude, wrenching barefoot is way better.
We have this chain completely untwisted now. So all four chains are doing stuff with things. It would be nice if we could have taken the core support out of this. Yeah, I was just gonna say, is it possible to get this off the jack stands? No, right? Because of the battery?
Yeah.
Should we drop the engine back down and get the battery out of here? Because otherwise we're not gonna get enough height. There's no way, we're already almost maxed out. Alright, come up here. We just gotta move this table, probably your motorcycle. We gotta move everything basically. The van. I'm gonna turn the tripod so we can see what we're doing. Let's throw this over there. We don't need tools where we're going. And then the front motor, we can probably just scoot that way. Make sure you use just your back. There you go. The good thing is we've only got to come down off this lip that's not wide enough to get the battery out. Grab that and I'll grab this end. We just do it the sooner we get it down the back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
I think we're good.
Now we got something we can work with because like we both need to be on one end pulling. Really? Who put this here?
I did. It's probably not going to go well.
Oh, car's just gonna come off the jack stands. So I can pull now because I have something to pull on and I can pull really hard. Basically all this is in the way. How did you get this in by yourself?
It was really hard.
Did you move it like 1 inch at a time?
Pretty much.
It's going well.
You're easy coming down the steps. It's harder when you gotta go back up.
Yeah, it's gonna turn that way. It's the wheels already heading that way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's the f***ing lip. We stopped at just the wrong time.
What if we both pull?
I
wasn't really doing much.
Because that wheel is literally on the lip right now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, jump off of the f***ing thing.
And then back into the same spot.
Oh, we're stuck on the wheel. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Wait.
Oh, I had it.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3. Alright. Oh,
Not fine.
fine enough. Oh wow, that's a heavy deadlift. Dude, I'm seeing stars from trying to deadlift that quarter of the battery. How much is this battery weigh?
1200.
Alright, where were we? We're gonna pull a motor. I guess you can't jack off the motor anymore.
Right.
So,
I
yeah.
definitely didn't jack off
Alright.
the motor.
Ooh, jack off that motor. I'll get this going and you get that going and then we'll meet somewhere in the middle. At least it's always a 38-step process to do the one thing. As you lower the car, the engine should remove itself. What's the worst that could happen? It rolls off the rear jack stands.
It probably will.
This is our new jack stand. Oh, this one's got a tire on it. Oh, this side's real fancy. Never mind, we're good. This is gonna get interesting. Oh. I really hope the angle of the video is captured out of this. If you're not gonna do it right, have 2 jacks. That's the motto in this garage.
Yeah, I don't want to go around the long way.
You're going around the long way then.
I'm just gonna go through.
Through the tripod with the jack.
Oh, give me a kick.
Get your kicks on Route 66. Do you want me to move the tripod? Because I could just, here, let's, you guys are coming with me. This fucking guy over here, look at him. Look at this guy. Look at this.
Sweaty as a mug.
Look at this absolute unit. I'm gonna stand maybe here. That way when this collapses into oblivion. This is the setup, by the way. And then that's our current potential jack stand on that side. I mean,
It's probably fine.
what could go wrong? You're gonna pull that jack stand out, bud?
I thought you were.
I'm the camera guy, sorry, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to work. Well, it didn't fall on him, so
Not yet.
that's something.
I never removed an engine this way before.
I would say that styrofoam block is about the same size as the sidewall on the tire. Oh, why did it come down sideways? I didn't like that. So what did you put those rear jack stands on is my question now. Does the rear suspension tend to settle more towards the driver's side? Yeah, so is this jack holding anything up right now?
Yeah.
Let's let that one down first.
This one?
Yeah.
All the way down?
Yeah, because there's a tire on that side. Or we can do both at the same time.
I don't think we have enough room, like we're gonna hit the engine. Crunch.
Oh, that was the front bumper that was really mid, so that's a bummer.
Oh man.
If the core support was removable, this would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, lower the car? I like that it makes that sound every time. Well, this isn't working so well. I like that it's catching on the f***ing fan clutch. Whatever you're doing, it likes that. Alright, stop there. So I don't think you're supposed to pull this with the transmission on.
You could just get past this pulley.
Maybe we gotta take the AC compressor off.
Maybe 13.
What the hell? I don't know. Everything's in the wrong spot now. Do you have a 13?
Yeah, you supposedly just handed it to me.
If the socket doesn't fit, you must quit. You know what we could do? I know you're gonna hate this idea, but we could.
Put it back into the transponder.
Dude, all you have to do is weld in a piece of flat. That's why I said take off the alternator the other way. You could zip gun it. So then we're just gonna take the oil pan off too, probably.
I'm not doing that.
We should have just taken the transmission off separately. Mercedes is like, why would you ever need to pull the engine? We built it perfect the first time. I feel like that's what this is. Because literally this could just disconnect right here and right here. I don't know how to make that happen.
Now it's on regular and it is recording.
Alright. Wow, you didn't, nope. We did some things
I died.
that we're not very proud of, but we think the engine's ready to come out, and we're going to explain none of that to you. Here we go. You should just, like, stand there.
I think we're gonna have to rotate this.
You can do anything you believe you can do. And that's just the way it is! So don't get these
Race decks. Don't recommend for this type of work. I'm gonna have to. Oh, can you go up more?
We're gonna go up before we go down. You gotta get up, get up, get up, get down. We got
Clarence.
just enough room.
Oh wow, do we though?
Is this supposed to do that?
Probably.
Sure.
We gotta go down.
Yeah, well, we're clear now, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's reset. They need to see this for when they do their own EV conversions.
Here's my advice to not even try.
If you don't try, you can't fail. And if you don't fail, did you even try? That is a long boy. Hold on, let's measure it.
It's at least 8 inches, folks.
That's enough. That's good. So our styrofoam jack stand only dug in. I don't even know, like, how can I, like, that much? Okay, we're gonna have to put this on time lapse. Well, we gotta get this jack out of here, and Big Brains over here figure out how to deadlift this thing efficiently.
Got a motorcycle stand. That's stuck great.
Yep.
Alright, think this pig's gonna roll?
Nope. It's not, it's the wrong way.
So we're just gonna go until they hit the lip,
Yeah.
and then we'll get the jack under there.
Oh, sorry. Alright. I don't even know how good of an angle we've got right now, but we've got one. Sure. That's probably fine. Oh god. It is definitely the end of the day. Oh yeah, Pitbull's making a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Oh crap, it's under the strap.
Oops, I crapped my strap.
It's good
We'll just leave
because
them there.
if there's one thing we know is how efficient jacks are at rolling over anything in a garage.
It's like,
I got an idea.
yeah. Perfect. Okay. Slam, slam, da da da. Let the boys make noise.
Okay, that's as far as we should probably go that way.
Swing that end over there.
That's as far as you're gonna want to go.
This thing's lifted my battery more than my bike.
Good. This sucks.
Yep,
You did this alone.
yep.
2, 3. Wall. Just watch the jack stand. You got a jack behind. It's your boys, Estupidos! Ready? Oh, pick the right angle all on its own.
Are you?
Yeah.
Alright, that one.
And that's how you don't do that. We really only did one thing technically incorrectly.
Oh. I thought you were saying we really only did one thing today.
Well, we did do only one thing. we removed the engine and transmission. Somebody needs to hook us up with an AMG front bumper for this.
Yeah.
Right, well that's how to remove an engine and transmission from a 94 Mercedes wagon.
You saw it here last
Yep.
because you quit the internet.